Hi, welcome back to Happy Apple Core Homestead. I cannot hardly believe that the end of September is here. It is time for me to give you my monthly garden tour. I think I'm going to zip through a little bit quick, not so quick as to give you motion sickness with the camera, but it kind of looks the same, you guys. But I do want to show it to you. Lots of weeds, lots of overgrown plants. We have not finished our maintenance yet, but all of the boards for the new beds have been cut and drilled. And so hopefully next month you will see that. And we have not fixed the irrigation because we're going to do those two projects at the same time. So with that said, let's hop right on outside and check out the September garden. Like we usually do, starting off in the greenhouse, and here are all of my jalapenos. They are happy, they're still flowering, but they're also growing really beautifully. Pretty nice big jalapenos there. And here we are in the main gardens. I apologize for the noise. We've got a beautiful fall day and there are neighbors doing yard work. So I will try to speak up. And let's see what's growing in the garden. First and foremost, I have my spider stick. If any of you guys have been outside this time of year, you know that the spiders are in force. So I just don't like them in my hair because my hair is long and that, you know, I don't know. I like spiders, okay? I just don't like them to touch me. And over here, well, here we go. Here's the raspberry. I always show you that first. And here's the mallow has really fallen over. And it's going wild. Here we have the blueberry plant and the rosemary. The rosemary is doing so great. And I do need to make a tincture, so I'll be harvesting that pretty soon. And along here, you guys, it's just basically weeds. Weeds and more weeds. I have not been out to weed since the last time I did it. So it's been like over a month. We do still have some really pretty calendula flowers, but most of them are done and look kind of like that. And here's my patch of feverfew, still going strong. Check out my feverfew video. That's the one I did last. Here's some more raspberries. Massive comfrey plant. You guys need some comfrey? Come on over. There's the rhubarb. This is the yarrow, and as you can see, I still have not harvested it. Nor have I pulled the poppies and planted that giant blackberry plant that I got, that thornless one. It's on my list for this week though. Over here, lots and lots of weeds and spider webs. Here's that comfrey, the other one that's in the trough. You can't even see the trough anymore, it's so overgrown. This is the oregano and the lime balm. And even though I'm not gonna tear out any of these plants because the ground is resting, in order for us to replace these boards down here, I am gonna have to trim them back. Here's my raspberries. Still giving me a few, even on the last day of September. And my strawberry bed, still flowering and still giving me strawberries. Definitely don't complain about that, I love it. And here's some more raspberries. Over here, it's just weeds. And a potato volunteer. Here's the rhubarb. Skullcap that went to seed that I never touched even though I needed some more. That was not my smartest decision. This has been a hard month, y'all. Hard for my family and tough on my heart. This is the chamomile bed. Other than that, it's just weeds. The blueberries are starting to turn colors and they're so pretty. I love the little red tinges. Oh, you can see it even better over here. Look at this one. Look at those beautiful colors. I better get that weed out of there too. And over here, we have new chamomile popping up. Right here. Although when it freezes, it will, when we get our first hard frost, it'll probably die. It'll come back strong next year though. More blueberries. More blueberries. Look at how big this purslane has gotten since the last time we were out here. It's just massive. Look how thick these stalks are. Look at that. And here's a caterpillar hanging out. There's the raspberries and the blueberries that you can't see because the grapes have taken over. These grapes here are the green himrod grapes, and there's a couple left, but I've already harvested them. I left some for the birds. And all the way down are more grapes. And once we get to the center of the garden, I'm going to show you the Concords because they're looking really pretty. So down here in the center, it's really just mostly weeds. We've got a good bit of purslane growing here. So quite a bit. And it's not growing upright like that other one I just showed you. It's just growing like a ground cover. And it normally does do that. Not really sure what made it grow upright, but it does every once in a while. And here's all this feverfew. I seriously do not need any more feverfew. So if you guys need some, I'm your girl. Here's the lemon balm. Do you see that garden spider, you guys? There, whoops, I scared him. They're everywhere, literally all over the place. But when they see me coming, they run away. They don't want to be in my hair any more than I want them to be. So tons and tons of weeds here. A slug eating broccoli. There's like a little broccoli head there. Can you see it, or is it in my shadow? There it is. Plenty of good broccoli to eat over here. It's quite large. Okay, now let's go look at the Concord grapes because these are my absolute favorite and they're so, so pretty. Sorry, spider, you've got to go. Have lots of these. They're not ready to harvest yet, but getting close. And since there's nothing really else going on, and I said I would make this a little bit shorter today, we're just gonna skip here. It's just flowers and weeds. I will show you the Catawba grapes over here. These do not always ripen. It kind of depends on the weather. They're supposed to grow in this climate. And they do grow, but they don't always ripen. There's like millions of spiders over here. Anyway, they're still green. They're supposed to be purple. And fun fact, they taste like a grapefruit. Okay, I'll give you a quick overview and then we'll check out the potted plants. Here's my row of tomatoes. Lots and lots of tomatoes. They're all grape tomatoes. And there's plenty that are ready for me to harvest. The plants are kind of done though, which is typical for this time of the year. And they just go all the way down. And I don't know why this one keeps falling over. I think maybe the deer are coming back here and having a little munch. Here's my little potted plant garden. I have been harvesting them as I need them. A lot of them are ready to just kind of go to the chickens, like the chickweed over here. This was my celery experiment. I wanted to see how celery would do in small pots. And it grows, but it grows small, kind of like the pot that it's growing in, which is really typical. If a plant grows that's really not designed to thrive in a small pot, then it will just grow a miniature version of itself. Here's hyssop flower, which is really pretty. And it's definitely time for me to get some of this harvesting done. I need to get the bergamot. It's over there, right there. I need to get that harvested up today and get a tincture made. Well, you guys, that is my September garden. I would love to hear how your garden is doing this year. What was amazing? What was really just a thumbs down, something you'll never grow again? I love to hear all of the different successes and failures, because we all go through them every single year in one way or another. I will be giving you another tour of the garden in October toward the end of the month. And in between now and then, I do have some other things I'm going to be sharing with you. A lot of you have been asking for an update on my iodine test, my home iodine test video. I will put a link up here if you haven't had a chance to check it out. That is very, very close on my list. You guys have been asking me for it. The reason why I haven't done it is this month has been really hard for me. Emotionally, there was a death in the family, and so I'm kind of grieving. I'm trying to recover a little bit, and that video is going to require me to hop into my medical records so I can tell you exactly how long and what I did when I did it to fix my iodine deficiency, which I did fix it, so spoiler alert there. Now, if you're curious about what's going on behind me, I made bone broth this morning. I pressure canned that up after processing it yesterday. So I won't go into detail on bone broth, but let me know if you want any information on that. And I made a chest cold salve because it is that time of year. People are getting sick and catching colds, and that is super helpful. If you would like to purchase one or check out any of the other things that I make from the herbs that I grow here, please go down in the description box and check out my Etsy shop. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!